Greetings, travelers. Well, we got a travel day today. We're ending our 77-day adventure into Florida for the winter. I'm showing you this parking lot because during my stay, I did a lot of parking lot camping. It's not really camping. You come in at the evening, 8 o'clock, leave in the morning, 8 o'clock, have your coffee, and take off. So I've used these shopping centers while I'm here in St. Petersburg, close to the job site where I was, and they seem pretty tolerant of a rubber tramp coming in for the night. Now, I wouldn't spend all day and all night with your lawn chair out like you were at a real campsite, but if you roll in, and where that white car is right in front of us, I like to park there. It's got a little grassy area there for doggy. And they seem to be pretty tolerant of travelers out of state, pulling in, spend the night, and take off in the morning. Rotate your spots. In fact, on the other side, there's a Dollar Tree in a shopping center. I stayed there a couple nights. Rotate your spots. One night over there, one night over here, one night at the Walmart. I didn't have a place to stay like a storage yard or a job site where I could plug in. So this whole trip has been facilitated by the shopping centers. And they seem to be pretty tolerant of rubber tramps coming in here. Now, I got to say, I must be the oldest vehicle that I've seen traveling in Florida, but the travelers in Florida with the motorhomes and pull-behind trailers, it's kind of an accepted thing in the wintertime, snowbirds coming down here. So I never got hassled. No cops, no creeps. Now, in the more expensive areas, you have shopping centers that have the J.C. Penney and the Kohl's and all that. You're not going to park there. They will ask you to leave right away before you even put your head on the pillow. So where are we going? Next, what are we doing? Well, checking the GPS, give you an idea of what we're doing and where we're going. Now of course, we're here in St. Petersburg. We had a nice little trip. We took down to Okeechobee, Belglade. I think Clewiston is another town I need to check out next year. Didn't stay long. It was cold. I thought, well, we'll head down to Miami. And surely it's warm down there. No, 35 degrees at night. What? In Miami? In January? I think next year I'll have to just keep going to Key West if this happens again. I don't think it will. Usually you get good temperatures up in Tampa. Maybe it drops to 42, 43. Otherwise, it's pretty good. Now we've experienced the Gold Coast, the Space Coast. No, Space Coast is here. This is the Treasure Coast. And we're going to make our way up to the Forgotten Coast. Now, excuse me. Now, a lot of times coming down to Tampa, we just do the 10 over to Lake City and down to 75 right into Tampa. But another way to go that's very scenic, 60 miles an hour, 65, double lane highway, stop signs every now and then, is come out of Tampa and come up the 19. Come out and come up the 19, past Tarpon Springs. You need to go there. That's a nice spot. We go up 19 and we get to Chiefland. Chiefland tonight, wonderful Walmart there. And Chiefland is kind of the border right here. If you take Chiefland all the way across, from here up, it's Dixie. From here down, it's Brooklyn. I mean, the coasts are another borough. Inland is farming, more like Dixie, but those New Yorkers are traveling back and forth, so you're going to experience that. The traffic and what you experience in Tampa, and I've always said this, of course, go down here every 2 years or so, spend a couple months, and drive these freeways and surface streets in Tampa. And at first, you'll be scared. Why are these people driving like this? Then you get angry because they're not following the rules. Then it evolves into laughter because the things you see people do on these freeways is just amazing. Cutting you off, tailgating, driving in the median, driving on the side, always in a rush to the red light. They fly up to the red light and then fly to the next one. So these conditions down here, although you might think it's scary or make you angry, it's actually improving your driving skills. These people drive crazy, but they don't crash. So what is that? Well, that's a skill. If you can drive this way with no police to check you and nobody's following the rules, limited turn signal use, all that kind of stuff, you will actually improve your driving skills. And after a couple months in this area, you can take on any city. I came out of here one year, went to California. LA is nothing like this. Houston, Dallas, New Orleans, even eastern Pennsylvania into New Jersey, which is where this driving came from. These talents come from New Jersey and the East Coast. They come down here and bring those skills with them for generations. There's people born here that never went to New Jersey or New York, and they develop these skills. I call them skills. You might call them crazy. But spend some time in the Tampa area, and you'll develop those skills too. And you can take on any city, city in the country. Chicago, I don't care where it is. If you've been trained in Tampa, you can take on any city. Well, anyways, coming up this 19, in Chiefland, it turns into 98. And 98 goes all the way up and across and heads into Alabama through the, now, we said the Space Coast, the Treasure Coast, the Gold Coast down in here. Well, I'll show you where we're going. Okay, where we're headed is the Forgotten Coast. That's from Panama City all the way around the Big Bend area, they call it, at the Big Bend. And we'll take the coastline roads. There's really no beaches north of Tampa. Excuse me. Now, north of Tampa, here's 75 up here. North of Tampa, this coastline, there's no beaches. This is mangroves and swampy areas. And Steinhatchee is a nice little town. If you a little coastal town, fishing town, quaint as they say. But this area here has no beaches. There's no beaches. Then you have to get up to the Big Bend. That's this Big Bend, and that takes you into what I call the Forgotten Coast in here, just south of Tallahassee and a little bit west. Now you take that coastal road, it's still 98, and it's going to come into Apalachicola, East Point, Port St. Joe, Mexico Beach, which got hit hard by Hurricane Michael several years ago, but that's all rebuilt. We'll check that out. On into Panama City, that was hit pretty hard by that same hurricane. Panama City Beach, not so bad. and we'll cruise into Panama City Beach and then take this coastal road. This is beautiful beaches all along here. Turquoise water, sugar white sand, condos, condos, condos. And of course, everybody loves to go. Where is she? Destin. Destin's pretty nice. They got this back bay here, and the water and the ocean and the Gulf and all that. It's beautiful. On we go, and then I drop down onto Santa Rosa Island at Navarre, and take that road out on that island all the way to Pensacola Beach. It's beautiful, beautiful white sands. I think it's 30 miles an hour. You got to slow down on that island. It's pretty nice. Then we jump up into Pensacola, and that ends pretty much our Florida coast, and we jump up to the 10, and the 10 takes us all the way to Biloxi, and eventually up to beautiful Picayune, Mississippi. So we'll take our time. This is about a 600-mile trip from Tampa. From Tampa to Picayune is just a little over 600 miles. So we'll take our time. We'll do a couple hundred a day or something like that. We're no real rush. Things are warming up in Picayune. Things are warming up down here. So much for winter. We're done. And it's on to Picayune. We'll go up there and hang out till the end of May. And then we'll make our northern trip up to Moffett in the San Luis Valley of Colorado. All right, that's our travel update. We'll see you on the road. See ya.